I want to talk about frequently asked questions about my less than or equal to project. Most likely I get a lot of emails or messages asking me about things related to paintings or the project itself. And one of them is, for example, what is a canvas paper? Well, canvas paper is a paper that I can use and paint with oils. It's designed the way that artists can apply oil paints and oil mediums on the paper surface without destroying paper. And you can see like an example on the back. I used oil painting on quite a bit of medium or like a very liquid medium, and as you can see, nothing goes through. So that way the paint and the painting surface is protected and can last for a really long time. The same here, you see it's a white surface and with lots of things on the painting surface, and it's a safe surface to use oils on, and personally I really like it. That's something that's the paper. I think I've been using this paper for over 10 years and I didn't have any trouble with it so far, so I kind of like it for that reason. And it's also a really good paper for very small and tiny pieces, and allows to work fast. And as you can see, I can be pretty rough with the surface, scraping, adding, removing, and all that things can last on the paper without damaging the back surface of it. Nothing goes really through, so that's the reason why I use it. And if you want to know more information, you can always Google that, and you will get specific notes and info about it. Another frequently asked question about less than or equal to project is how do I pack my artworks? So the way I do it is all artworks from this project are the same size, and usually I wrap them in this kind of paper this way here, and fold the edges. Each painting is signed with the number of the painting, number of the painting series, and once it's packed or wrapped with this additional paper, this is the paper that protects the surface in the way that that surface shouldn't stick to the paper. I'm using oil, so as you may know, oils can dry even up to 2 months. After a day or two, they are sticky. They have a sticky surface. After a week, they are safe to ship. Depends how you pack them, but they might be still tacky. So that's why I use this wrapping paper that's supposed to protect the surface from sticking to the painting. And then once I do that, I use those beautiful envelopes that everyone can buy at the post office. They have a cardboard inside, and this is a folded cardboard. As you can see, once I wrap the painting in that surface, I'll just apply the painting inside, close it, tape it around. I tape the edges around, and then just basically slide inside envelope that is provided, fill with the address, and bring to the post office. For those of you who are purchasing the work beyond the United States, most likely it's in the UK. That's most of the orders that I get. So I fill the custom form, and usually that custom form comes with the package to you, and there shouldn't be any problems in sending and receiving those packages, and there shouldn't be any custom involved in that, as the value of the painting itself is not big enough to charge custom for it. So that's very frequent question that I often get asked in the emails. What about custom? What about shipping? How much it costs? If you go to my website to purchase one of those little paintings that I have here, or behind the wall, those paintings comes at $60 each plus shipping cost, and shipping cost depends on the country as well as the tax. If you purchasing the work as a UK citizen or European, most likely there will be no tax but added to the product, but there will be a little bit more expensive shipping, which I believe comes around $20 or $19, I think $19.50, and depends also on option that you select. And if you are shipping to the US, the country of my residence or my origin right now, most likely will cost about $7-8. So if you are interested in taking a look at that, you can always add the product to the cart and see yourself, and then decide. If you buy multiple paintings, let's say 2, 3, or 5, then you pay only one shipping for one work. Another question that I received recently from my friend was what about where you take the inspiration for those little paintings? I usually try to find something on Google randomly, something that I come up in a very fast way. And recently I start accepting. Recently I've been accepting photographs that you can send me and that I will use as a reference point for the paintings. So if you want to be taking a part in the project by sending me a picture, you can do so. There is a form on my website under the less than or equal to page where you can fill the form, attach the image, and then send it to me, and I will use it in the first occasion that I'll be able to. I'm going to do another 140 paintings. That's how many days we have left till the end of the year. So if you you definitely have the time, so you don't have to rush with that. But when you send me a picture, it takes some time for me to use that picture as well. As I said, it depends what I paint that day, how busy am I, and just other various aspects of the studio life. This is not a frequent question, but I think that I want to be pretty clear and honest about it. 10% from each sale goes to Feed in America. I choose Feed in America because they have a nice way of organizing things at their organization, helping people. By each donated dollar, they are able to provide 10 meals. So $1 equals 10 meals, and from each work that you purchase, $6 goes to Feeding America, so they are able to provide food for 60 people, which I think it's amazing. I don't know how they do that. I maybe need to do a little bit more research about it, but definitely if you want to look into that organization and donate something yourself, you should definitely do that. The reason why I decided to do 10% is that this is just a tiny small way of giving back to the community. I want to have a small participation, and thanks to all of you who purchased the work or thinking about purchasing. Thank you so much. Without you, I wouldn't be helped, and that 10% that goes to the Feeding America wouldn't help other people as well. So I look at it this way, that I paint something, you get it, and I get help from you because you purchased the work, and that 10% which goes to Feeding America helps other people. So I feel like we helping each other. How long does it take to ship those small artworks? Usually it takes about 7 days for me to pack and go to the post office. The reason why it takes me so long is that we have still the situation with the pandemic, and that slows me down. Sometimes I have to stay with my daughter a little bit longer at home. Then I get here to the studio. Even if I pack them the same day when they get sold, usually I have them in my backpack for another 4 or 5 days or a little bit longer before I get to the post office, because usually when I get there, either it's closed or I just forget in terms of the other things that I have on my mind. So usually it takes about 7 days to ship, and if the painting ships within the US, usually it's like 2-3 days to ship. If it's abroad, UK, Germany, or France, it depends. It can take 7 to 14 days. Depends how long they keep the letter in the customs. And I already answered the question about customs. So if you have a question about it, just check my previous. Less than or equal to is a project inspired by mathematical symbol less than or equal to, and I use that symbol because it doesn't really define whether something is equal or more or less. In this case, it's less than. So I decided to price those paintings $60. So that is much less than I usually charge for paintings. The reason why I did that is to help those people who want to, not maybe help. The reason why I did that is to approach those people who want to own my work, but not necessarily can spend $300 or $600 or $6,000 or $10,000. And that's why it's less, and equal to because I think that through that I help other people in the community by donating 10% to Feeding America. So that 10% is just like a very small amount, but it helps, and definitely I look forward to see how this project will develop. I have about 141 days to finish this project. That means 141 more paintings to do. Equal because I spent equal time for each painting, equal talent, equal skills, and or if I rush with the painting, then I rush it equally to the proportion of my talent and skills. Equal also because equally I connect with you, my audience. So that's little things that I wanted to mention. Other than that, I'm still in developing the concept in my head about this project. I just want to see a bigger picture of it, see where I can go with that, what other people think. So if you have a comment or if you have a suggestion or something that you would like to say and mention about the project, please let me know, either in the email or as a form of comment.